Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto News, the Crypto News channel. Today we are going to talk about one of the biggest Bitcoin investors who started selling, but there is a good reason why. We are also going to talk about a hack of a big crypto platform that has been denied for several weeks, and in the end they have just admitted that it was indeed a hack. We are going to talk about many other subjects of the Solana ecosystem, the SOL token which is down. We will also talk about another platform which is closing its doors. A crypto platform similar to Celsius, which will cause losses for users. We will talk about many other subjects. So don't hesitate, subscribe. Activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Let's talk now about the price of cryptocurrencies. We have Bitcoin at $16,000, almost stable 0.1%, and ETH at $1,200, plus 0.5%. It's quite stable at the end of this year. We are down 0.1%. So nothing dramatic about it level there. I wanted to start with the subject around 3.io. It's a trading platform where people can connect various exchanges to do trading robots or other things of this type. And it's been a few weeks ago that we hear about several users who had their money on 3 and who were hacked. The API keys that allow to connect the exchanges to 3 were stolen. 3 did not admit right away that they'd been hacked. Users were victims of phishing. We remember that at the time even FTX had been a victim of phishing, but they had reimbursed some of the users, saying no, it does not come from FTX, but we still reimburse users. 3N could not deny in front of the fait accompli. A pirate has just published on Twitter the list of stolen API keys on 3. They are hacked, but they did not want to assume it. They sent a simple email to the users for their indicate to change their API keys. And at no time in the email does it mention piracy. It does not even explain clearly why the API keys must be changed. They are not transparent, even when they admit that it comes from them. I now wanted to talk to you from Microstrategy, the first listed company that started buying Bitcoin. They bought a lot of Bitcoin, and they have over 100,000 Bitcoin, and they are selling Bitcoin for the first time. After why they are selling is simply because their average purchase price was $30,000. Their Bitcoin is worth around $16,000. Suddenly we will say theoretically they are at a loss on paper. And suddenly they sold a part quite simply for questions of taxes. For we will say take the loss and pay less taxes because they had another capital gain that they had made on other products. Suddenly they want to offset the gain they have made on other financial assets with the loss related to Bitcoin. So they sold part of Bitcoin. They sold 700 Bitcoin for $12 million, 11.8 million, but 2 days later they bought back 810 Bitcoin. And they keep buying Bitcoin. Between November 1st and December 24th, they have bought 2,400 Bitcoin. So they still trust in Bitcoin. But here they are an investment fund, so they pay attention to their finance, to their taxation. And they try to take advantage of this loss they have made so as not to pay too much tax. I now wanted to tell you about another news around Solana. We cannot deny that it is falling completely since the FTX affair. The price of the Solana token has just fallen below $10. Look, we are at $9.40. If we look since the beginning of the year, we were at $170. There we are almost at $9. A huge drop if we take the historical high of Solana. It has fallen, I think, by more than 90%. We are talking about more than 96% from its most historic high. While ETH, for example, or Bitcoin, we are more at a historic drop of 75%. So it has fallen a lot compared to the main cryptocurrencies, to the first 2 cryptocurrencies. And that is explained because of the FTX affair, by many projects that are leaving Solana to no longer be exclusively on Solana. I'm thinking of Magic Eden, the NFT's marketplace. I'm thinking of Phantom, the NFT wallet. I'm then thinking of 2 NFTs projects that I talked about recently, the Gods and Utes, who are also leaving Solana for Polygon. So really there is an exodus on Solana. We also remember the hacking of Mango Market some time ago. There was also Serum with the fall of FTX. There is really a loss of confidence in the whole ecosystem, and I would like to have your opinion, what you think. Tell me in the comments what you think. Is this a good opportunity to buy Solana at $10? I'm not going to give my opinion so as not to influence the comments, but I'm really interested in your opinion. Now let's talk about a crypto platform that is in difficulty. Mendes has announced that it will close its doors and cause a loss for its users. It's the Midas platform. Investment is a platform similar to Celsius, which offered very attractive returns on stablecoins. Look at a return of around 8.7% on Bitcoin. Honestly, when you see that, it scares me because Bitcoin can't be stacked. There is not really a possibility of earning so much return on Bitcoin. From Ether at 10%, USDT to 17%, but Bitcoin at 9%, I find that pretty crazy. And finally, they announced that they had made a loss, having lost a lot of crypto following the FTX and Celsius affair. That means that more than 60% of the assets they managed have been removed from the platform. They have made a loss of more than $50 million in decentralized finance. Because all these crypto marketplaces, to offer this type of return, they are forced to take excessive risks in decentralized finance. And sometimes things don't go well. They have an additional deficit of $63 million. So the people who had money on the platform, they will roughly recover half. And they explain the loss they had, it was because of the $14 million on Ichi protocol in 2022. He explains all that a bit here. And overall, it's very classic what happens on this type of hottening platform. It's not at all surprising that he makes huge losses. And when people no longer have confidence and who withdraw, and well, here is which happens: a loss for the users. The platform announces to close its doors and to propose another project. Then they will try to compensate the users by their own token, but the token will surely not be worth much when everyone wants to sell this token for make up for the losses. So here it is, sad news. Once again, we see the contagion linked to the fall of FTX. The fall of Capital Trios by DeLuna is going, it continues. And I had two last pieces of information. The first was SBF. There has a hearing next week and he will announce whether he pleads guilty or not guilty. It is not yet known whether there will be an amicable agreement or not. In any case, everyone agrees that he should have several years in prison, dozens of years in prison at the very least for this whole story. And to finish, I had information classically around the NFTs, which cost the most in 2022 with Yuga Labs, which really completely dominates the top 10. We have the Bored APE, which dominates for $1.6 million. We have a CryptoPunks $1.6 million. Other deed the other side land for $1.6 million. It was a land that was very much sought after. We also have CryptoPunks another $2 million, $3 million. CryptoPunks, I was surprised. This dragon from the Gala Games ecosystem cost $5 million. I'm very surprised, but I know there are a lot of Gala Game fans. I had also seen a lot of presentation on the subject, so I know there is an ecosystem, but hey, very surprising all the same. Another 6th place Bored APE Club of the Mega Mutant with the Serum. It's a potion to transform your NFT into a mutant, will say, very rare. We have All Time in the City. $6 million. It's an NFT made by Scapi. He's an artist NFT very well known among the first of the NTS artists. After, there are plenty of NFTs related to charities. We have the Ukrainian flag, which brought in almost $7 million for Ukraine. We have the CryptoPunks $8 million for that, $23.7 million for this CryptoPunk. It's an alien. It's a very rare CryptoPunk, which belongs to the CEO of Chain, who bought it in February, which was worth much more. And in the first place we find Clock. It's an NFT which was sold for $52.7 million. It was launched by a collaboration between Assange, so Julian Assange, and the artist NFT Pack. It was bought by Assange DAO for help Julian Assange, who risks extradition to the United States. And here is what I had to say today on the main crypto news. Do not hesitate to subscribe, to like, to comment if you like the content, and see you soon in the next video.